of Greenland you would see from a satellite view, the ISS or your standard world map, it actually leaves out a lot of information from the actual topography of the land. Underneath the 3-kilometer thick ice sheet, which covers an area around the size of Mexico, lays another hidden Greenland, full of mountains, valleys, canyons, islands, and potentially gigantic lakes and rivers. Due to global warming, the ice masses of Greenland are rapidly decreasing, and the glaciers are estimated to lose between 70 and 90 cubic kilometers of ice every single year, which is around the same volume as Western Europe's most voluminous lake, Lake Geneva. While the retreating ice masses are disastrous for the world, since they are a driving force for the increase of global sea levels, it is also an opportunity for new insights into the heart of Greenland, which can teach us a lot about the past and future of our planet. The uncovering of ice layers, which have been untouched for hundreds of thousands of years, for example, allow the studying of historic CO2 levels in the atmosphere and much more. But to put into perspective how little we actually know about the hidden land under the ice, in 2005, the retreating glaciers have uncovered the coastline of the areas north of the polar circle, revealing islands which before have been assumed to be part of the landmass. And with the discovery of Schmitz Island in 2003, the most northern point of planet Earth has only been discovered very recently. On a similar note, as recently as 2013, a group of scientists from the universities of Bristol, Calgary, and Urbino discovered the potentially largest canyon in the world, spreading 750 kilometers across Greenland's relief. Using ice-penetrating radar, it is finally possible for humans to look underneath the seemingly impenetrable slab and accurately document the real Greenland. Even though the surveying technology is consistently getting more precise and our insights are far better than they used to be 10 years ago, there are still many unknowns laying under the glaciers. To understand what may await us under the ice, it helps to look at other formations on Earth, who have also been shaped by growing and retreating ice masses. The Baltic Sea in Europe and the Hudson Bay in North America are both giant bodies of water, which have been formed by large ice sheets during the last ice age cycle. The weight of the ice masses has pressed down the lithosphere to a level below the sea level, causing these regions to flood after the ice melted. Now that the weight of the ice is gone, the ground level raises back up again to the equilibrium level of before the ice age. This process is called isostatic post-glacial rebound, and it is an extremely slow movement. The Baltic Sea and the Hudson Bay are still rebounding from the end of the last ice age around 15,000 years ago. The same principle of a depressed lithosphere currently occurs under Greenland's ice cap, which brings us to the map of the thumbnail, which is probably the reason you clicked on this video in the first place. The eastern and western areas of the Greenlandic landmass are elevated by huge mountain ridges which keep the central ice mass in place. This ice has been pressing down on the bedrock for millions of years now. As a result of this, the lithosphere is actually pressed underneath the sea level of the ocean surrounding it, resulting in this map, which contradicts everything you have seen before about Greenland. If Greenland's ice were to melt completely, and humans were to somehow survive the consequence of that, we wouldn't actually see a huge island like the world map makes us believe, but rather an archipelago of thousands of islands, with the biggest one surrounding the then newly created biggest lake in the world. As mentioned in the beginning of this video, however, we still only know very little about the lithosphere hiding underneath Greenland's inner ice slab, which is why these maps are more of an educated guess than hard facts. Theories in the scientific community prevail since the 1950s that Greenland may actually consist of 3 islands instead of one continuous landmass, and up until this day it could neither be proven true nor false, which should give you another indication of how little we actually know about Greenland's topography. The answers to questions such as how many islands there would be, how large the central lakes would be, where they would drain to, and what other natural features would reveal themselves from under the ice are still not known to us. But one thing is clear. If we ever get to walk on Greenland's mountains and valleys and get to explore its hidden topography within the next few centuries, we know that we as a species really messed up in our fight against global warming. Thanks for watching, cheers.